Okay, so welcome back to Betide Studio. In this video, we are going to set up dedicated servers for Epic Online Services, and this video will work with Unreal Engine, as you know. And there are only two prerequisites for it. Firstly, is that you would have to follow both my videos on EOS, which we made. Then only this video will be eligible, and you can follow it along. And the second is you should have a source build of Unreal Engine. If you don't have the source build, this dedicated video would not help you. You can just go with the listen servers, or you can build Unreal Engine from source. Link for that on how to build it would be given in the description. And lastly, I could not show a preview of how the system works. That's because I don't have two PCs at this moment. So if I pass in my own IP as the host IP, then I cannot join my own IP. Like Epic tells us that yeah, this is your external IP and you can join the match here. This is the dedicated server's ID, but I cannot join that from my own PC, so I couldn't test it out with a friend. But I know 100% this method works because I have already delivered a few client projects on this. So yeah, that is it. Now let's just get started. Okay, so welcome back to the screen, and now let's get started. So basically we have this project here. I don't know why this didn't hide itself, but no worries. We will just go to our project folder. So I will just mhm. Oh, okay. So I will just show in Explorer, and we have this project. So EOS tutorial. So we will create a new folder and name this uh, source build of project. You can name anything, like we just need to create a copy of the project in short, and we will copy this project and paste this here. And I just closed the tab. So yeah. Now let's open it and right click. Okay, so let me just delete this windows.zip and this Windows folder, and right click this, switch Unreal Engine so for to source build at C Unreal Engine release. So I will just uh, generate the project files and then move ahead. Next, we will open up source folder and copy this editor file and paste it. Right click, rename this and remove. Oh, it looks like a blast. So we will remove this copy thing here and remove this editor from here and name this server. And I will just open this with Rider. And this project has found solutions in the direct, so we will just select the base category. So we will just open any of these. I will just select the SLN and open, trust and open. And we have here the EOS tutorial server. And we can remove the editor from all the references and rename it with server. Same from here, server, and target type also as server. Now there is an option if you want to enable logging in shipping. Basically we won't be going and building a shipping version, but we will use a normal version, so that's why I'm not including the shipping thing. But if you want, you can just check the description for what command to use to enable the shipping thing. So let's save all and close this, exit, get back, and right click this and generate Visual Studio files. So now it is ready. So we will just select EOS tutorial and run. And we are using development editor, not the server. We will just build the server from the game itself. And unable to find restart editor. So I will just so basically, because we are using the source build, so and it's not installed in the source build, so I will have to remove that. So let me just close this again, exit, and right click EOS tutorial. And because I don't need the plugin, I will just close and reopen for now. I will open this with Notepad and set this to false. And generate files. And now let's open it with Visual Studio, JetBrains Rider. And now it's ready. So let's run and get in the editor. I think it will take some time building the files. So like 10 minutes, I think. So as soon as it's ready, I will be back. Now we will have to make a lot of changes. So before that, let's just go to platforms, Windows, and we have Windows Server. So we will just build Windows Server so that whenever the next time we build, it's very fast. So we will just build a fake server, you can say. So let's just build a fake server. And I will be back whenever the server is ready. Okay, so now the build is over. Let's get back to our third person map. And yeah, let's go to our game instance. And open full blueprint editor. Now create event initialization and then just add a call to parent and then create a boolean and make it is server. So we create different copies for server and the clients when we use dedicated server. Same we will do here. We will create two different copies. So in the copy which we are using for the server, we will just we will set this to true, and for the client's copy we will just set it to false. So we will make a branch. So if this is true, so basically if you are packing a dedicated server, just set this to true or else false. So if this is true, that means we are packing a dedicated server. And if this is true, then we just directly call create EOS session and tick this event is dedicated server, and number of public event connections should be the number of players you want in a match. And I will set this to 100, or maybe you can set it to 20 or 30. I will just set it to maybe 5 to be different from my old things. And rest everything is handled from the create EOS session itself. You can change the level name which you want to open from here, and we don't need the listen thing for now. So let's just remove this. Or should we remove it? Yeah, let's remove this. because this is the level for our uh, opening of the session. And that is not everything. Now we need to open up the dev portal. So give me a minute, I will bring up the dev portal. So here is the dev portal. Now basically what we will do is we will go to our product settings and clients and add a new client. The client name would be server client, and policy will be create add a new client policy. Name this server policy, and client policy type would be trusted server policy for dedicated servers. And don't take the user required, because we don't want the dedicated server to log in and do the things. And remember that in matchmaking everything should be enabled, and we don't need the lobby thing, so we will not use it, but matchmaking everything should be enabled. And save and exit. Next we again need to save and exit, and now we have a second client server policy. Now let's go to our project settings, plugins, online subsystem EOS. Now we have an artifact already, that is the client artifact. We will just add one more, and we will name this server artifact. And we will just copy the product ID from here, paste this here, sandbox ID, development ID, sorry, deployment ID, and the encryption key. This client secret and client ID will have changed, so we need to copy the new client ID. We can need to go to the SDK download and credentials, and we have a new client ID and secret for the server. So let's put the client ID here, and we have client secret. So client secret is this, and just check that the old one has not changed. It's the same. Yeah. So that is it, what was required from the side. Now one more thing which we need to do is we need to disable creation of sessions from the user's side. We don't want the user to now be able to create sessions. So for that, what we need to do is we need to go to our source, and we need to go to our game instance, game EOS game instance.cpp, and we have that find session node. Find session. So basically we call this on find session completed. So we will just go to on find session completed. Yeah. And remember, we create a EOS session whenever we don't find the match. So we don't want this. So we will just comment this, and we will just print that we were not able to find matches, and replace the text with server not found. Same here, server not found. And one last thing which we need to do is we will just rebuild it soon, but before that we will just need to do one more thing. We need to go in the project settings, and we have the default artifact name as client artifact. So we will replace this by server artifact. Because we are making a server copy. When you are packing it for the clients, you need to change it back to the client artifact. And encryption key, sorry, I forgot to put. I will just put it again and save all. Now I think everything is ready. So basically it will create an EOS session and start waiting for users to join. And as soon as the users join, they will be able to play as they usually do. And yeah, that is it. Destroying sessions basically would come after this, but yeah, let's now pack this and try. Oh, sorry. We need to rebuild it first. So I will just press this button and it should. And let's run it again. And we will just pack this. I will be back as soon as the packing is completed. And now we have our basically this server. So let's go and Windows Server, right click this and properties. So we have, yes. So let's create a command line. So write command and right click, rename, copy, then add a log to it. I do think we need to add a few attributes, but I don't think. Let's add server. No, firstly it's log. So let's check if it works. And yeah, it says unable to auto login user 0 due to missing auth command line parameters. So yes, we need to uh, so yeah, we need to pass a few things, but before that, let's just disable presence. So let's go to our code and we don't need the presence for the server, because if we use the presence for the server, then we need a logged in user, and for the server we cannot log in. So basically we will just go on create session thing, and we have used presence as false already, and uh, allow invites is true, use presence is false, but still it says. Okay, so we forgot to do one thing. We have to bring up our portal and then go to Epic Account Services and then go to linked clients, and we need to enable the server client also, and then just save changes. Okay, so now let's try if it works. So let's run the command panel and paste and allow. So let's see if it prints. Be presence enabled. Okay, so let's do one thing. If it is giving an error with presence, so we will just call session creation info dot presence. Looks like my autocomplete is not working at this time. Yeah, allow join via presence to false, and session creation info dot presence false, and we will disable the invites also because this is the server. And anything else which is returned true should advertise as yes, it should be true. And now let's rerun and test. So it is now ready. Let's check if it solves our problem. And yes, bringing up level to play main session map. It is a broski. We have the level up now. Let's check the matchmaking. We have an session up. So we have successfully run the dedicated server. That is the news of the day. And let's check. We have, and now you can see we have 0 players. We have 9 attributes. So let's do one thing. Open the Unreal Engine and let's play as an standalone and check if we can join the server. And now basically when we join a session for, using the local IP and we get the IP, you will notice that it doesn't open the level. It is a black screen. So the basic reason for that is basically we already are on that IP which it gives us, and we cannot join our own IP. It gives us an external IP to join and not an internal IP. So because it's an external IP and it's same for any process of the PC, so you cannot join your own IP. I think I am clear to you, and you can just pack this and run the game. Remember, you need to change the maps and modes, the default server to your mains, like the server you want to use, although we create the server and get to the new level. So I think that is it for this video. We will meet in the new video, and yeah, thank you.